got going on so far. We got some great matches coming up on the loser side of things, but before we drop into the lower bracket, we actually have one more winners quarters match to get in the winner's side of top 8 coming up for you guys. And what better person to close out winners quarters with, Max, than New Jersey's hometown hero and number 3 on the current PGR as of now, Mr. NRG Esports, Nairo.
A perennial fan favorite. This guy's gameplay just speaks for itself. If you watch him on stream at home or even at your biggest major tournaments available, you see this guy melt stocks away in seconds. Meanwhile, Kameme coming up all the way from Japan, of course, but we've been seeing a lot of this guy in the US since EVO 2016 when he made his American debut, and he is a monster with a character that normally has a boring playstyle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, Kameme obviously getting second at that EVO a couple years ago. He's kind of had a hard time replicating that success since then. It's been a myriad of problems, being that, Mega Man isn't just the uncommon pocket character you see anymore. When the trickle-down economics of piloting your character's meta game.
Soccer economics.
Yeah, pretty much. But and also, Kameme also a really good Sheik main as well. You saw it on display earlier. And he's been on fire the last couple of days. He's won 2 out of the 2 weeklies that he attended in New York City, so he's definitely riding the hot hand, going against one of the hottest hands of Smash right now in Nairo.
Yeah, Kameme gonna opt for the Sheik for game 1. Mega Man maybe not aggressive or fast enough of a character to get the job done here. This guy's pockets run deep though, so if this pick doesn't work out, we could see the blue bomber or the red one that he opts for, or really any other character that he has in his arsenal. We've got Yoshi, Wario, Cloud. I think those are the most likely suspects. But
maybe a suspect Dark Pit.
Oh, true. But Nairo is a Sheik slayer in his own right. Plenty of sets over Void and Mr. R. Even when it looks completely over for him, this guy's able to pull it off. So we'll see if Kameme has the clutch factor that they might not have in those sets against Nairo.
Yeah, we will see it. Right now, Kameme, again, almost losing that stock off to the boost kick earlier, but has since found his footing, has Nairo in a really precarious situation. And his Sheik has been on point the last few days that we were talking about. Going for the edge guard situation, putting himself back on the ledge here. And Nairo, good job sharking underneath that air dodge with the up air.
The real pain point in this matchup is that for every 4 times Sheik hits you, Zero Suit only has to do it once to even the score. And we're seeing that in action. Kameme with such a strong start, but just look, Nairo already has him at kill percent. An up air into an errant up B, or even anything into back air near the edges could be Kameme's life.
Yeah, look like he got the weird hitbox on that down smash. That's why you probably had to opt for the back air instead of a stronger kill option like forward smash or boost kick. But like you said, Max, Kameme just has to work so much harder in the situation. And look at that shield pressure right there. Like, Nairo's one of the best in the business at pressuring Sheik. I've never seen this character as quick and fluid as Sheik. Just not be able to move. The up tilt will get the job done, and Nairo strikes first.
Man, there are just so many times that Kameme almost died, and then he finally goes out to a tilt, no less, around the 115 mark.
Yeah, she definitely bought those shoes at a bodega, because that's a cheap and easy kill tower right there. And the move comes out fast,
discount
too.
chancla.
Yeah.
So Kameme with this stock deficit, he's going to need to land one of very few limited setups that still work at this 150% range. Even needles to bouncing fish is a little bit sus. You might need a double jump to reach them for how far they'll pop out.
Yeah, it's going to be a little awkward for him, and the longer he lets Nairo hang around, the less amount of time he might have to hang around on the stage. It's like this could be huge for him.
That's probably the game right there. I'm going to be real, yeah.
Wow.
I would not lie to you guys. I would not just go on the internet and tell lies.
Who do you think we are?
So we've got Nairo taking the first game after taking quite a beating at the beginning. But you just see if he gets that first stock and breaks away with rage early on into the second stock, it snowballs so quickly, spirals out of control for the Sheik player. Now,
yeah, I was going to say, it's crazy how this character fluctuates on the tier list depending on if you take the first stock or if you're down by a deficit.
Hey, same could be said about so many characters in this game. Yeah,
absolutely. So
usually the zoners.
Yeah. It's a rough life out here.
All right, just the quick and easy stuff. Kameme getting those low percent strings that Sheik is so good at. But again, it's about closing the stocks. And this has forever been this character's biggest struggle. Whereas Zero Suit Samus, she doesn't really need too much help in that department.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing, but her grab is so bad. But at the same time, she has so many quick and, easy combo starters that she doesn't have to rely on the grab as much. You see, once again, kind of a similar start to the last game, like you were saying, Max. Kameme coming out strong, but Nairo, going back on the offensive here, and there we go. You've seen it time and time again, folks. But the catapulting hitbox of the boost kick proving to be the savior right there.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that was so smart to just drop off to keep hitting him I mean, I was going to say, by the way, we hear a lot about Bayonetta's single hit up B, but what about Zero Suit Samus?
Yeah.
All he needed was one. It wasn't even the last one either.
Yeah, she has a medieval like catapult attached to the end of her feet. Like,
For real?
crazy. It's one of those pumpkin cannons they shoot in the valleys of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it's all about that siege warfare.
Yeah.
Either way, we've got Nairo. Oh, almost could have closed the game out right there. I think if he fast fell the up air in time, would have been able to reset the juggle, or rather just continue
wow.
it. Kameme, though, going to establish an even game here in terms of stocks. A couple good hits will put him back in this, but that's some good hits for Nairo. 70% already. All right, big whiff.
Yeah, I was going to say, you can see the difference that Rage makes in this matchup, Max, because he still had his first stock getting that boost kick. He probably would have died from it. But Kameme going back on the offensive, the Smash Roll platform, not his savior right now is Nairo, but able to get back to stage relatively unscathed.
That's why the stage is occasionally called Sheikville, affectionately or,
but TSS
or
runs into the summer
loathingly.
sometimes.
Yes, very true. She's got a timeshare.
Yeah.
All right. Another chance for Kameme. He's in the lead. He just needs to play either this keep away game or keep his pressure extra tight and not let himself get pivot grabbed. One thing Zero Suit really struggles at is shield grabbing her opponents because, 15 frame grab. But if she's able to just make you whiff, that range is a huge plus for her.
Ooh, yeah, suspect DI on the forward throw, but Nairo having enough time to air dodge out of that.
All right, Kameme realizing that the needles are going to put Nairo into tumble and knock him back, so he could just play keep away, traps the ledge with a weak nair into bouncing fish. That is the classic.
Yeah, like you were saying, a lot of Sheik's kill confirms kind of are a little rough at those high percents, but Nair's kind of been the one, like the one outlier to that. Like, Nair is as great as a combo starter low percents, and in the end game it carries really well as that late Nair sets up into the bouncing fish. So, evening things up here. Going for the classic ZSS counter pick in Town and City. There's really no surprise to see Nairo take him here.
I am a little bit surprised to see Kameme not have banned it, just because dying off the top really early has been a thorn in his side throughout this set, and in Sheik's side throughout the entirety of Smash 4. But hey, either way, we're going to see Nairo start off yet again with the grab, this time crossing through him for the pivot grab. Oh no!
Oh,
I thought he was going to try to land on the platform, but Nairo just knew that that was death anyway.
Oh, no, that could have been another scary situation as the platformer is at the apex of its travel, but Kameme getting a second lease on life here. Again, just going to have to work so much harder, but that bouncing fish is going to do a good job putting him in position. Nairo missing the tether, going to have to recover high here. And now Kameme just, again, going back on the offensive, keeping ZSS in this juggle situation. Good use of his air there. Kind of an unorthodox option, especially against a character as quick as Sheik. And again, going to get this grab.
I love Nairo modifying his combos on the fly for the percents that Kameme is at. He wants to get as much damage as possible, doesn't want to go for the boost kick when he doesn't have to, so you saw him actually turn around that up air to hit with the back. Could have led into more stuff, namely a back air. It's not panning out for him, but you could see the thought process is there.
And again, just going right back into this juggle situation. It's a regrab, but Kameme just going to let him get back to the ledge there.
Just jabs him off the platform, giving Kameme a break here, saying, all right, man, the stage has not been kind to you.
Yeah. How do you approach a woman with a frame one jab?
Cautiously, and probably through the internet because it's too intimidating in real life.
There we go. The back air
Nairo!
will seal it out.
Speaking of intimidation, scares him right into that air dodge, and that's exactly what Nairo is banking on in that situation.
That was a dominating game coming out from Nairo. Like, it's really hard to have those like super impressive games against Sheik just because she's able to turn the tables back on you just as quickly as you can on her. But Nairo making that look relatively easy right there. You see Kameme having a good laugh about it.
He's got to think a little bit harder about his character choice, in my opinion. I think Nairo just has too hard of a lock on Sheik. He's played the best Sheiks repeatedly. Kameme, I think, definitely in that upper echelon, top echelon of Sheik players, but still, it's the amount of tournament experience that you've had with the character that really can determine so much.
And I think that's partially why he's kind of like fallen, I don't want to say fall from grace on the PGR. He's coming into 44 this last season, probably a little lower than he would like. But it's also partially because he was in the process of, getting the Sheik up to par with his Mega Man. It's hard learning such a technical character like that. But it's definitely shown to get the job done. He's sitting here at guaranteed 9th place at one of the biggest tournaments in the season right now.
I think this guy just likes a challenge because I can't imagine anyone playing Mega Man and then being like, you know what? Time to pick up a top tier so I can finally cut myself a break. I think I'm going to go with Sheik.
Yeah.
At least pick Bayo or Cloud, man. Like, give yourself an easy time.
It's like, all right, man. Uh-oh. Definitely not looking like an easy time right there, but Kameme getting and able to fall out of those up airs, and not just going right back to work on Nairo.
Yeah, this is a stressful character to play, but also a very stressful one to fight if your opponent's playing perfectly. Let's see if Kameme is able to turn it up a little bit, but Nairo catching these landings again. That grab, we always say it's a negative for Zero Suit, but the way that these top players of her use it is really convincing.
Man. What grab give us, grab take us right back. So this is one of the things you can't just not grab a Zero Suit Samus. You're gonna give yourself such a hard time with it.
Okay, just goes for the down air, maybe trying to catch a roll in or an aggressive approach out of the corner. We're seeing Nairo in the same situation, going down a lot of percent here. But there you go, trump the bear, and that's going to be your stock at 76% before the hit.
And my man has that one said we'll be seeing you on that that back. And again, Nairo just using that quick tether ledge trump movement that you see him do so often. And now Kameme again has his back against the wall here.
I like that, throwing the needles out. It's a way to reach him without having to push her body forward. But still, how are you going to peel off this stock, Kameme? You need a bouncing fish in some capacity, either off a weak nair, an air dodge read, just straight up.
Yeah, you saw him go for it there, but Nairo was just able to shark through the side of that ledge with the forward air, giving himself a little bit of breathing room.
If I'm Kameme, I am going to be so scared once I see myself reach probably the 20 to 30% range. That is prime time combos for Nairo.
Yeah, it's definitely looking really rough for him right now. Like the longer he plays with his food, let Nairo stay alive. You see Nairo going for a wow.
Okay, down smash. That's how you know you're like on your last legs of the set here.
How fitting that breakdancing is what takes the stock at a beatbox competition, am I right?
We might as well just get the whole subway going right now. It's showtime. Yeah, what time is it?
Oh my goodness.
If you're not from New York, you're not going to get that.
Yeah, you had to be there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
keeping this edge guard going.
I was going to say, like, the momentum of this match has definitely shifted in the favor of Kameme right now.
Oh, what are you doing, Nairo? No. Oh, no. No, a Super Saiyan finish from Nairo. +1 from the bubble. He got juiced, man. Yesterday, juiced almost got that JV3. We still count it, though.
Wow. That was absolute. I can't even breathe. I'm choking.
Yeah.
I need a second. So, like, here's the thing. Like, I'm so used to seeing Nairo, like, do these, like, insane combos both on our friends and people like around the country.